If you turn on the news today, you'll often hear about small businesses and how they're struggling during the coronavirus pandemic. But what if there was a way to give back to these small businesses when they need it most, while also helping your community? I say the answer is shopping locally. By shopping locally, you're able to give back to your community, and you can even save some serious money. I've lived in a small town for nearly 20 years. It's in a town where everyone knows everybody. Small businesses are what keep our country afloat. I believe that buying locally helps both the consumer and the customer and the business. But before we continue, let's talk about how we got here. Because of the stay-at-home orders that were issued a few months ago, many non-essential businesses are struggling. For instance, in Louisiana, the state Governor Edwards introduced the stay-at-home order on March 15th. The individuals running these businesses are having trouble making ends meet as a result of the stoppage of business, and many of them are talking about shutting their doors. These smaller businesses might not be able to recover as well as, say, a large chain store like Walmart that has billions of dollars of revenue and capital. These stores benefit the community by creating jobs and contributing to the economy. Now that these stay-at-home orders are being lifted, as the recovery rate is increasing, businesses are trying desperately to keep customers. Here's what you can do to help. The best way to help small businesses grow during these critical economic times is by using them instead of large businesses. By shopping locally, your money stays in the community, therefore increasing the amount of money that your town spends on important resources. Small businesses, at the end of the day, help boost the national economy. Businesses such as local restaurants and flea markets are required to turn in a certain percentage of revenue to the city in which that they are located. By doing this, the city can increase in size and invest in additional projects that the people might want. This would not be possible with a large chain. In that instance, the money would stay with the chain. My town grew largely because of local businesses. There are only a few chain stores in the area, and they largely are only here because of the success of the smaller stores. Granted, the selection of items in smaller stores may not be as large as in the chain stores, but then again, they're not as large and they don't have as much capital. However, another problem is, of course, the current pandemic. However, if by following the CDC's social distancing guidelines, as in staying 6 feet apart from other individuals, wearing a mask, your chances of contracting the virus are low. And even if you do somehow get the virus, your chances of dying are low unless you're over 65 or have a comorbid health condition such as diabetes or cystic fibrosis. You might think, what would happen over time as I started contributing to small businesses? Well, by buying from small businesses, you're giving back to your community and creating jobs at a time where these are in short supply. You can also save money by buying locally, particularly when you buy from places such as thrift stores or flea markets. Oftentimes you can get clothing cheaper there. That's one example. As businesses were forced to shut down in March, many were not able to pay their operating costs, and therefore many businesses shut down and will probably not be reopening. It's estimated that possibly 47 million people will be unemployed because of the pandemic, producing the worst unemployment since the Great Depression, nearly 90 years ago. When businesses leave a city, that revenue comes to a halt, and they often have to cut funding for additional businesses, which creates a chain reaction of more businesses leaving. So what can you do to prevent the loss of jobs? Well, show your support for local businesses by buying essentials there instead of at a large chain store. The large chain stores have billions of dollars in revenue, and to they're able to stay up. They might stay afloat during the crisis. Those smaller stores are probably not. Another way you can help these is by getting to know the people that run them. Donate money, food, or any other essential goods to ensure that they are doing well. So, in conclusion, you now know about the benefits of shopping at local establishments, and although by following the CDC social distancing guidelines, you can help become directly involved in the recovery of small businesses across the country. Remember, today's small businesses are tomorrow's future economic miracles.
Okay, that was good, Eric.